Life can be hectic. Most people are always rushing through the days where they just eat constant junk food, rush through the work, get home, sleep, and repeat. And I was honestly like this, where I would live my life on crazy mode, and I wouldn't try to slow down and think, what can I do to make my life simpler? Back then, I was constantly searching for distractions to numb myself from the crazy life. But I realized that something needed to change because nothing was good going on in my life. That was when I started to focus on my health and my fitness, my mind. But I started to realize that I needed to take care of my health, my intentions, my time. And that was when my life started to get better. I can get more work done. I have a lot more energy throughout the day, and I can be more present in the moment. So if you feel like your life is a big rush, here is what you can implement into your life that I did myself. The first thing that you have to do is you have to do one thing at a time. So back when I was in high school, I didn't realize that multitasking was actually unproductive. I always thought that when you could do multiple things at the same time, that means you get more things done. But I started to realize that it takes a longer time and more energy to complete all the tasks that you're doing at the same time. I would do all my homeworks while I'm watching a YouTube video. I would try to read this textbook when I'm listening to music or even watching another show. I was constantly distracted and I would honestly not get anything done. But once I started to realize that I needed to focus my energy like a laser beam on all the things on my task list, that was when my productivity increased. Instead of me watching a YouTube video while I'm doing my math homework or reading, I shut it off and I just solely focused on the homework. And instead of me taking 1.5 hours or 2 hours to do it, it took me around 30 minutes to 45 minutes. When I had to take notes from a textbook to prepare me for the class, I was able to do it quicker than I used to be. I used to just scroll on my phone while I try to read what's on the textbook and write some notes at the same time, which was honestly sounds horrendous right now, but when I did that, it'll take me around 2 hours just to complete a chapter. When I just got rid of my phone, threw it into my room upstairs, and just focused on the work that I have in front of me, I was able to crank this out 30 minutes to 45 minutes, like I said before. So what you can do is, instead of watching a movie, watching some show, YouTube video, or even listening to music, cut it out of your focused routine. Go throw your phone into a different room, close it, lock it, where you don't have easy access to it. Sit down on your chair, get a notepad, and write 2 to 3 tasks that you want to get done. Set a timer for 60 minutes or 90 minutes to get one or all of the tasks done. And don't stop until the time is done. Just make sure that you don't have any distractions around you like people, music, or even loud noises. Once you implement this into your routine, you'll start to realize that you get a lot of things done quicker, and your quality of work also becomes better. So sit down, do one task at a time with a laser focus with no distractions for 60 to 90 minutes, and you'll start to see a difference in your productivity. Alright, the second thing that you need to do is that you need to replace doom scrolling with reading a book. Now, a lot of us, even me sometimes, we get addicted to our phone. We like to see the content that we see, either a meme, some cat video, something funny sent to my friends. And we like to look at this type of content when we feel bored or when we want to feel good. So whenever we just lay in bed, we scroll. Whenever we're on the bathroom, we scroll. Whenever we're on a walk, whenever sometimes we're in a social situation, sometimes people want to scroll and be on their phone. And like I said before, it makes us feel good. So whenever we take out our phone and we watch these short videos on our phones, it feels good. And that means in our brain is that since this feels good, that means it's good for us. And we keep constantly consuming this. But what you don't realize is that this is sucking up your energy. You might think it gives you more energy because it feels good, but it's the reversal. It takes energy for you to digest this content that you're consuming. You're also wasting your time and you're decreasing your ability to focus. So in order to train your focus back and get more of your energy back as well, is to start reading. When you read a book, it takes more time and energy to read all the letters and words on a piece of paper. It also takes energy for you to start piece together the story or the idea from the book. And the great thing about books is that you either get to learn about a new topic, a new skill, a person, some history, or you get to experience the creativity and the imagination of another person. So whenever you have the urge to pick up your phone because you feel some sort of boredom, pick up a book instead. Throw your phone into a different room, like I always say, pick up that book and read it. You'll feel more in the present moments, and you'll feel some sort of peace. You're more still. You're sitting on your couch or you're laying in your bed with this book in your hands, and you start to feel more calm. You don't feel rushed. You don't feel stressed. All right, the next thing that you need to do is you need to exercise and fuel with clean foods. So if you've never exercised and you don't eat clean foods, I know you feel like shit. Whenever I eat shitty foods or I indulge in some cereal or chips, I feel like shit 100% of the time. And I know I don't feel good when I don't exercise for a week or 2 weeks or even 3 weeks. And if you're somebody who lacks the energy and the discipline in your life, then you need to start focusing on your health. Go to the gym 4 times a week, do some cardio, do some weight training, and start to have an elimination diet. Don't eat any junk food. That means cut out fried foods, cut out processed sugars, cut out pastries, cut out any foods with high fructose corn syrup. Start eating meat, start eating carbs like potatoes and rice, and eat all of your fruits and vegetables. The easiest way for me to control my temptations is to get it out of the house. So what that means is that I don't buy unhealthy foods. Because if you have unhealthy foods in your house and you're trying to start a diet, it's hard. You have it in arm's reach, and there's nothing like a barrier to prevent you from reaching for that temptation. So if you ever feel tempted to get something but it's not there, you're not gonna have it. So the best practice is that if you have some sort of foods that you know aren't good for you, like sugary cereals, chips, or some big cake in your fridge, get rid of it. Once you start to focus on your exercise and your fuel, you'll start to feel a lot more energy to your day-to-day. A great hack I like to do with my exercise is that I like to think of myself as an athlete. And as an ex-athlete, it's easy for me to put myself in that shoes because I know what it takes to perform like an athlete. If you don't know what that means, is that you focus on the skills of your sport, but you also focus on your recovery and your routines that you have with that sport. So let's say you play basketball for your cardio, right? You have your warm-up, you have your dribbling routine, you have your shooting routine to warm you up before that pickup game. And when you go home, you have a recovery routine to help you perform better the next day. You also fuel yourselves with healthy foods so you don't clog up your system. You don't want to put shitty gas in a nice car. The whole point I'm trying to get is that you have to be extreme with exercising. You have to think of yourself as an athlete. Pick a sport, it could be any sport, and try to go all in and try to optimize your routines with it. You'll start to become more disciplined. You'll start to make your body look more aesthetic, and you will have more energy throughout your day. And when you have more energy, you can do a lot more things throughout your day. The last thing that you have to do is you need to decrease your tasks. Like I said before, a lot of us keep rushing through the day. We have to get this thing done. We have to get that thing done. I want to do this. I want to implement this. I want to do this with my friends. We have this big list of things that we want to do every single day. And this is one of the hardest parts in my life currently, and I'm still trying to navigate how can I start eliminating things. But basic things I can tell you to eliminate that I've started to do are these things. But before I get into it, the reason why I'm saying that we need to decrease the tasks that we have is because all of these small responsibilities, these small things that we have to do, they're sucking up all of our energy. And when we're constantly rushing from one thing to another thing, we're decreasing the quality of work. I'm sure in your day-to-day, you wake up, you either go to the gym or just go straight to work. And then after work, you either go to the gym or go hang out with friends, go to a bar, go to a club, or play video games, watch Netflix, try to clean something, try to do that, clean the house, make food, and then go to sleep. To be honest, I may sound a loser, but I think that schedule is way too hectic. And when I was in college, I had a hectic schedule like that. Not where I go to the clubs or the bars or stuff like that, but with all the academics, practices, professional club activities, and other stuff, I started to realize with all the things that I'm doing, it's actually decreasing my quality of work. My grades were becoming worse. My ability to make my content better wasn't happening. So the less you do, the better quality of work you can do. Don't get me wrong, socializing is good, but that will decrease your output. Socializing, at least for me, takes up a lot of energy. And when I'm socializing for a long period of time, all I want to do when I get back home is sleep. When you find a new interest or a new hobby that you want to do, you start to realize that you don't have time to do it. You start to honestly feel kind of sad because you don't have the time to do it, and at least put more energy and attention into making that a real hobby. So one thing I started to implement into my life to decrease all the tasks I have daily was meal prepping. Instead of me spending 1 to 2 hours every single day cooking a meal, I spend at least 3 hours on a Sunday to prepare all of my meals throughout the week. That has saved me more time for me to spend more time with my girlfriend, but also spend more time on making these videos. And I've heard from other people that they also hired cleaners to clean their house because it takes time, at least 1 to 2 hours every single week for people to clean their rooms, to clean their apartment or their house. So if you can, outsource your mundane tasks. If you can't do that because it costs money, then try to do things in bulk, like meal prepping or doing all your cleaning on one day. In some cases, there are things you can't really outsource, like finding a babysitter for your kids because that costs a lot more money. But the whole point is that you need to optimize your day. I've optimized my food because I meal prep it on a Sunday, which I don't have to spend 1 to 2 hours every single day cooking. I can spend 3 hours on a Sunday to cook all my meals, and I save 1 to 2 hours every single day for me to do whatever I want with that time. So sit down, write all the tasks that you have to do, all the obligations, responsibilities, or even events that you want to attend. Write it down and think, is this thing serving my life properly? Am I actually benefiting from this? Can I outsource this? Can I do it in bulk? How can I optimize this task? Sit down and think. The less you do every single day, the more focus and attention you have on the important things in your life. That's all I'm trying to get at. Try to make your life as simple as possible. That's why I'm saying have focused work, so you spend less time doing the actual work. You'll still get it done with high quality, but you'll get it done in a quicker manner. Read books instead of Instagram because you don't want to fry your dopamine system. You'll learn more from books than watching a bunch of reels, and you'll feel more in the present moments where you don't feel rushed with your life. And you need to exercise to get more energy throughout the day. And like I said in the last points, you need to start to decrease your tasks throughout the day to have yourself more time to be in the present moment and not feel rushed. Alright bro, thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel, my name is Kensei. I post once a week with this type of content, so if you're cool with that, subscribe right here and remember to like the video as well and comment down below. So yeah bro, thank you for watching, and guess what? YouTube is recommending you this video next. Alright bro, I know this is a different type of video like I keep saying before, and I've started to try to revamp my content. So if you're cool with that, let me know down in the comments. I've also started to post more on social media, short content with things that I actually want to show you guys. I want to start some vlogs on my reels too, so if you're cool and you want to see that, go to my Instagram, just put my name in and you'll find it. Alright bro, take care, and remember to go improve it.